Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Island Pirate Cooking. Sorry about my thumb covering the camera. Guys, right now we have the pirate ship parked outside of the Northern Caribbean Sea in Key West. So I think the most appropriate thing we can do is prepare a Key West delicacy, which is also known throughout the Caribbeans. We are going to make some conch chowder. Conch, if you do not know, is a shellfish. If you have ever watched a movie where they took the shell and they went, burr, burr, that's a conch shell. The critter inside is amazingly tender. It tastes awesome. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a chowder out of that. It's a tomato-based chowder. It's got a lot of components to it, so I want you to come along with me on this journey. So what we have done is I have all my spices here ready. We've got some red pepper, some thyme, some oregano, some allspice. I've got that all right here. We've got some onion, some potato, celery, carrot, green bell pepper, jalapeno, some minced garlic. I know that's a little bigger than a real mince, but guys, this is all going to break down. It's going to taste amazing. We've got some bay leaves we're going to drop in there, and we have got several different types of tomato. We have crushed tomatoes, we got tomato paste, and we have a little bit of clamato juice. If you guys are not familiar with this is a cocktail made from tomato juice and clam juice. It's going to give us a little bit more brine flavor. It's going to be delicious, and a little bit of chicken broth. What you guys don't see right now is the conch, and I'm going to show you how I prepare that here in a minute. So, guys, let me get this cook started, and I'm going to build this as we go. This is going to be an amazing chowder. The first time I was in Key West, Florida, I had a bowl of this conch chowder. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and it has become one of my favorite rainy day soups. This is amazing. The conch that was provided to me was provided by a friend. He pulled it out of the ocean on Sunday, cleaned it on Monday, brought it to me on Tuesday. This is Wednesday. I don't care when you're watching this, but we are 4 days from being in the ocean for fresh seafood. All right, guys, give me a few minutes. I'm going to get it all set up, and we're going to go with this cook. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We have got to get our base started. So we're going to go in with a little bit of olive oil. And we're going to go in with 3 pieces of good bacon. What we're doing here, guys, is we're establishing a base layer. The bacon's going to provide that smokiness. The oil is going to help us saute those vegetables once they get done. I've got this over a medium heat. Once this bacon is rendered down and a little bit cooked, we're going to start adding our vegetation. Once we add our vegetation, we're going to start adding our seasonings. We're going to add our liquids, and then eventually we're going to add that beautiful conch. Now, one of the things about seafood is it is delicate and it cooks delicate. I don't know if any of you have ever tried to cook seafood. It goes quick. And if you don't do it right, it goes rubbery. And the last thing we want to do is turn this beautiful chowder into a rubbery mess. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to render this bacon down, and I'll be back with you once it is ready to go to the next step. All right, guys, our bacon is almost cooked through. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start layering those flavors. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our jalapeno, or jalapeno if you're from somewhere that doesn't understand that kind of language.
Jalapeno, not jalapeno. What in the are you guys talking about? Jalapeno.
And we're going to add in our garlic. This is going to go quick, so we're only going to take about a minute with this. Problem with garlic is, guys, it can get very, very bitter if you overcook it and burn it. So we're going to give it some flavor. We're going to give it some time to heat up. That was me dumping some dishes in the sink. Oh, that is smelling amazing. I like the way this is going already, guys. You can see that the bacon was almost done. Now it is done. We're going to go for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then we're going to add the rest of our vegetables. And I know you guys are looking at this garlic and going, that is not a very fine mince. That's all right. It is going to cook down, I promise. All right, let's get some more in here, guys. We're going to go in with our onion. It needs to get soft and happy. And absorb all the rest of those flavors. In with our carrot. Everybody getting to know each other. In with our celery. See, everybody's starting to mingle pretty good here. This is not a bad cooking party. In with our bell pepper. This is going to create an amazing base for the rest of this chowder. Guys, I wish you were here with me. The smell is amazing. I am hungry already. This could not be a better way to spend a rainy night in the Caribbean. This is something you're going to want to eat for lunch. It's something you're going to want as an appetizer for dinner. I've had this for breakfast, guys. This is going to be just amazing by the time we're done with it. Okay, guys, so we're at the point where the vegetables are sauteed and starting to soften up nicely. So that means we have our base layer nicely completed. I mean, obviously the bacon is still in there. And it is providing just another smoky layer of flavor. So, what we're going to do is we're going to complete that flavored layering. And we're going to start adding everything that's going to make this into a beautiful chowder. All right. Here we go. We're going to add that spice blend I talked about a minute ago. That is thyme. That is oregano. That is crushed chili pepper. Oh my God, that smells awesome. Now, I wouldn't recommend eating this just plain like this. This would be weird. Because this is a soup, stew, chowder, pick your words. We're also going to add some bay leaves. Bay leaves add an amazing layer of flavor. We'll pull those out before we serve. But we do want to get them incorporated into the rest of this. Now it is time to add all the liquid ingredients. So we've got several. What we're going to add is we're going to add 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes. Most chowders that everybody thinks of as chowder are a white sauce, a white base. Well, we're not doing that tonight. This is a tomato-forward recipe. It is amazing. You guys are going to love the flavor when we get done. We're going to let everybody get to know each other. We're going to add a little bit of tomato sauce just to amp up that tomato flavor. And now what we're going to add is something maybe not everybody knows about. We're going to add clamato juice. This is a combination tomato juice and clam juice. Clam flavor, the flavor of clams is very similar to the flavor of conch. It's going to complement it greatly. Nobody likes a chowder they have to chew through. So what we're going to do, now we've got enough liquid in there to really start to work these flavors. We're going to let this come up to a mild simmer. And while we do that, guys, what we're going to do is incorporate all those flavors together, build that base layer of taste, and we're going to come over here and we're going to prep that beautiful fresh conch. Okay, guys, here we are. This is what the critter inside the conch looks like. It's got this hard tip. This is all the fresh meat. My friend was nice enough to clean this thing for us, so we don't have to do a whole lot of cleaning. We got to get rid of these harsh, hard shell tips. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this conch, and if you've got a food processor, if you've got another way to do this, I'm not going to hold it against you. If you have to get conch out of a can, I'm not going to hold it against you. I understand sometimes it is hard. But this was, again, I am on a Wednesday. I don't know when you're watching this. I don't know what time of day you're seeing this. I am on a Wednesday evening. My buddy caught these on a Sunday, cleaned them on a Monday, brought them to me on a Tuesday, and asked me if there was something I wanted to make out of it. And the first thought I had in my head was a beautiful conch chowder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, I'm going to chop this fresh, beautiful seafood up, and I'm going to chop it into very, very small bits. I know, you guys have not seen me spend a whole lot of time on my knife skills, and that's mostly because I don't have any. I am a self-taught cook. You know, you want to go with Captain Cuttlefish pirate lore? Fine. We'll do that. I was taken from my family at a... No, I wasn't. But I am a self-taught cook. I have not gone to culinary school. I have not gone to chef school. Nobody has sat down and trained me on how to cook. Nobody has sat down and said, hey, you're doing it wrong. Nobody has said, hey, you're doing that fine. This is all things I have learned on my own because I've been on my own. I know what I like. I know how to make food taste good. Nobody has ever had a real problem with my food or my prep. If you guys want to suggest techniques, tips, thoughts, I'm all for it. I'll hear anything you've got to say. If you guys want to tell me how bad I am at what I'm doing, that's fine too. I don't care. I've been told how bad I am at doing things for, oh my God, I don't want to tell you how old I am, but a lot of years. I know I have a lot of things to learn. I know I have a lot of techniques I could pick up, and I know a lot of things could be better than they are.
That's what she said.
But guys, right now, this is what I know. So we're going to render this down into bite-sized portions. We're going to get a little bit smaller than what would traditionally be bite-sized. A lot of restaurants in the Caribbean, a lot of restaurants in the Keys will take this, run it through a food processor. I'm not going to do that today. A lot of them want the ground conch, not chopped conch. I kind of like the big bites. I kind of like the texture that I get out of having just a little bit more to chew on. But I am going to render this down pretty small. We're going to get it into the pot. Right now I can smell that pot. It's amazing. I've got it over a medium-high heat. It has come up to an extremely high simmer. So once I get all this conch broken down, we'll get that in there. And I'm going to show you a couple more ingredients that we're going to add to make this a one-pot meal, not just an appetizer type soup, okay? So give me a few minutes. Let me break this down. I'll show you what I have at the end, and then I'll show you how we're going to finish this meal off, okay? I'll see you in a couple minutes. All right, guys, this is about as far as I want to mince this up, mostly because I like the bigger chunks of conch. You can always take this and put it in a food processor or a prep blender or something else and chop it even finer than this. I like this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get it back over to our pot, which is smelling amazing. I'm going to get the conch in. I'm going to get our potatoes in, which is our secret ingredient. We're going to let that cook off for about 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to have a beautiful bowl of conch chowder. But I tell you what, guys, I wish you were here with me to smell how amazing this is. So the vegetables, the tomato base, everything smells amazing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn this into a true chowder. I'm going to add the potatoes. I'm going to add in our chopped conch. And I know a lot of people will tell you that this is too big a chunks. Well, you know what? As far as Captain Cuttlefish is concerned, those people are haters and they are wrong, and we are not listening to them tonight. Now, the last thing I'm going to add, because right now this is too thick to be considered a proper chowder or a proper soup. This is, oh my God, thickness. And not T-H-I-K-K or however you're spelling it. So, what we need to do is we need to thin this out a little bit so we can turn it into a proper soup. We're going to add 1 quart of chicken stock. I know it says chicken broth. I wish I had chicken stock. I wish my store had chicken stock. But here at Island Pirate Cooking, we use what we can get. And tonight, what we can get is chicken broth. So, here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to bring this back up to a simmer. We're going to let all of these beautiful ingredients talk to each other. We're going to let them all hang out. We're going to let them all party and get to know one another. And then I'm going to show you one of the most amazing Caribbean-based seafood chowders you could possibly have. All right, guys, I'll be back with you in a few minutes once this all comes together. All right, guys, you can see this simmering away, but I'm about to cut the heat on this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, the potatoes are perfectly cooked. They're tender. They've still got a little bite to them, which is the way I like it. The conch is cooked all the way through. The flavor, the smells on this are amazing. Guys, I am going to ladle me up a nice bowl or 2 or 3 or 7 of this amazing conch chowder. I want to thank you all for joining me on this journey. Like I said, we're going to get rid of them bay leaves. Look at that. Oh, look, I found a forest. Nope, that's got to go. That is not food. That is flavor. Folks, you can serve this with as a side dish. You can serve this as a main. You can serve this as an appetizer. I'm treating this as my main meal tonight. Join me next time, guys, on Island Pirate Cooking. We are going to pull this boat into another port and discover another culinary amazing. Well, that's not the phrase I want, is it? We're going to discover another culinary masterpiece. Guys, this is Captain Cuttlefish signing off. Thank you for joining me on Island Pirate Cooking, and I will see you on the next cook.